Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English.
No, not again.
Hey Alexia,
Hi, Foster.
if you are new to Inglês no Rádio, you probably know that this is not your normal English podcast, your normal English class. Alexia and I have a lot of difficulties, maintaining our thoughts on one topic. We laugh a lot. We make a lot of stupid jokes. And if you mention any kind of animals, especially beavers, we're not going to finish the podcast.
Raccoons.
Here we go. No one even said raccoons. Yeah. So, Alexia, yesterday we tried to talk about meditation. It turned into a very weird conversation about animals and a lot of different things. So today we're going to have a little bit more serious conversation about meditation. All right?
Right.
Okay. So here's the deal. Alexia is traveling to the U.S. in May at the end of this month.
Yay!
Super excited. We are staying in a small town in western North Carolina. Beautiful town in the mountains. And I think it will be a perfect time to kind of reconnect to our mindful spirituality, and maybe disconnect a little bit from, the hustle and bustle, the routine of everyday life.
Of a big city. Yeah, of a big city.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
Alexia, I haven't told you this yet, but I just bought a 10-day meditation retreat for us.
No, you didn't.
Yep. So that means 10 days. We'll be in the woods.
No
talking.
You didn't. No, I know you didn't because I can't no talk for 10 days.
You can't no talk for 10 days?
Yes.
You can't no talk right now.
I can't do that.
I'm just kidding. I did not purchase one, but I do want to do one. And
I know you want.
I want to hear your arguments on why we should not do a 10-day retreat.
I don't have arguments. I just think that I will get crazy if I can't talk for 10 days. And I don't think that it would be a nice experience. I will suffer. But to go to a retreat, like a meditation retreat, yoga with cool people, that I can talk, that's another thing.
Yeah, to go to a nice little hippie party in the woods for 3 days with cool people. Yeah, Alexia will do that. Alexia, I cannot remember this guy's name, but we will put it in the show notes. But I remember when I first started learning Portuguese, my first Portuguese teacher showed me just a small talk of this guy. I think he's from Minas. He did, I think, a 2-year silent retreat. And then he was talking about it. And it was fascinating.
Why was it so fascinating about?
Why was it so fascinating? Just the way he talked about it. Like, at first, you kind of go crazy, realizing that you can't talk. And then slowly, all of these ideas that we have of, like, I got to be doing this. Okay, I don't have this job, so I got to get this job. Okay, am I going to be late for this party, so I got to go here. And he said all of that just kind of starts falling away. And you just kind of live alone with your thoughts. And it gives you a lot of clarity.
Yeah, but he was in a retreat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because good thing for me would be like to find the perfect balance during my daily basis than having to go to a retreat,
Yeah. So, okay, we might as well tell people. I know you've told some people on Instagram, but we are making worksheets for all of these episodes. They're taking
the
a lot.
First.
Yes, the first 50 episodes.
Uh-huh.
So we are transcribing all of these episodes. I take all of my notes on the best vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, any cultural reference, anything we forgot to mention. I take notes on all of Alexia's mistakes. Then Alexia does the same thing. And then we give you activities, questions. And it's going to be awesome. But it's taken a really long time. But the reason I'm mentioning that is because something I noticed when I was correcting the worksheets that I don't know if I noticed in real conversation, you use the phrase daily basis in weird ways.
This is all because of daily basis.
Yeah. So the way we say it in English is on a daily basis. That's
On
it.
a daily basis.
So that means you do something daily, right? I give students feedback on a daily basis. Mhm.
Ok.
Yeah.
Diariamente. Aham.
Yeah. Sometimes you say in a daily basis. A lot of times you say in my daily basis. None of that makes sense to English speakers. We say on a daily basis.
Ok. On a daily basis.
Okay. Returning to meditation. I agree. It would be great to find the perfect balance, but everything I've read, everyone I've talked to that's done a retreat, they really say if you want to meditate and if you really want to receive the benefits of meditation, then the easiest way, like you can meditate for 10 minutes a day for 5 years and it kind of helps. Or you can just skip all of that, do a 10-day retreat, and you receive all those benefits immediately.
But I do think you have to be able, entre aspas, like buy everything that they are saying. You have to go with your open heart, or it won't at all work.
Okay, what do you mean?
O que eu quero dizer é o seguinte, if
English
you go to
podcast.
wait, amor, if you go to a retreat, like it's your first experience to go to a retreat, right? And
Mhm.
if you are with a small doubt that this is going to work, I don't know about this, I don't trust that, it won't work at all.
Yeah. What do you mean it won't work?
Tipo, não vai fazer efeito. Se você não acreditar em tudo que as pessoas estão te dizendo ali e fazer todas as atividades, não vai fazer efeito. Like it has to come from you.
I agree, but again, most of these like 10-day silent retreats, they're very secular. It's just you're sitting, maybe you're walking, but you're just meditating. It's just you, your mind, your breath. There's really not like a magic thing at the end, like, okay, now you have to, I don't know, give 3 golden tokens to the leprechaun, and all of a sudden, all of your anxiety disappears.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust that the silent retreat would make me better. I do think that a retreat with a lot of nature, nothing to think about, away from my phone, from the internet, and everything else would work. But I don't know if a silent would work with me.
Yeah, I agree. I think we would have to build up to that point. A long weekend of yoga and meditation, like by a nice river. That sounds pretty
Yes,
nice.
with good food, healthy food, just like the flow tank. You know, the flow tank is 1 hour, right? Per day, if you want to do it.
Episode 14, Inglês no Rádio. What the hell is a float tank? If you're wondering what the hell is a float tank, it's a good episode to listen to.
Yes, and it was awesome. And I didn't have to stop talking.
Yeah. So, Alexia, can I ask you a kind of personal question?
I think so.
Okay. I guess I will take that as a yes. Do you feel the need to, how do I want to phrase this? I know this is the case with me. My mind never stops. My mind is literally, I'm going to say an animal, just forget about it. It's on a little hamster wheel going, my mind never stops. It just keeps going, thinking crazy shit all day, every day. And that's crazy. I need that to stop. Do you feel the same way? Are you crazy? Please say yes.
Sometimes, yes. I mean, I don't have trouble going to sleep, just sometimes when I'm really worried or when
Worried?
I'm worried, sorry. When I'm really worried. When I'm really, really tired as well, it's harder to fall asleep. Yeah, my mind doesn't stop at all. So if I had to start a book right now, would be really, really difficult.
It would be difficult for you to read a book right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think that's a problem. And I agree. If it's not a well-produced audiobook, I'm not going to read it.
No, but seriously, I think it's a disease from our generation.
Yeah. And what do you think the cause of that disease is? Technology? Social media?
No, I don't
Not
think
enough
it's
Instagram likes?
technology. I don't think it's I think that we live in a modern world and everyone needs to know about every single thing at every second, at every minute. And you need to know a lot of things. Da, 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 da.
I agree. I agree.
I think it's us. I don't think it's the technology at all.
I think a lot of it is the way we interact with technology and the other people and just the fast-paced world of modernity. So I'm going to try to make a linguistic analogy. Alexa, we always tell our students, like, hey, man, you just need to talk. We talked about this a lot in our introversion episode, but honestly, with language and with all things in life, sometimes you just need to close your mouth, be quiet, think in order to really recognize what's important. Because exactly like you said, we all feel like we need to know everything all the time. What's happening with this, with that. Oh, if I want to learn English, I need to watch 5 billion YouTube videos. And a lot of time that kind of stops us from focusing on what's really important and reaching our goals. Something I see as a
Yes.
language teacher, and it's something I feel just as a normal young human being.
That's really true. I have a lot of students who are learning Portuguese as well, and they are, do you have any YouTube channels? Ta-da-da, ta-da-da. And I said, you only need one that you really, really like. If you need more, you tell me. But focus only one kind of thing because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, for example, when I was learning Spanish and kind of the start of Inglês no Rádio, all of this comes from one Spanish podcast called Notes in Spanish that I'm sure we've talked about at some point on the show. But
Yes.
literally, it's just a British guy and his wife, who is a Spanish girl. They're both older now, maybe a man and a lady. But when I started, they were they were much younger. And I listened to them all the time. Literally, those two people taught me Spanish more than anybody else.
They are very cool.
Yeah. So kind of the idea is with a little bit of the right information, you can learn so much and you can actually act upon that information. So you can take action instead of just having so much information overload, and then you don't do anything.
Yeah.
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 We have a phrase in
think that's
English. Sorry for interrupting, but we have a phrase in English called analysis paralysis. You know what that means?
No.
Okay, you know what analysis is?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Análise.
And paralysis?
Paralisia.
Yeah. So if you analyze too much, then essentially you paralyze yourself. Exactly.
Sim, it's overthinking.
Exactly. Overthinking is another way to say it.
Uh-huh. I sometimes overthink too much.
Yeah, me too.
But I am a good person to deal
But I am a
with
good person.
No, to deal with crisis.
Yes. Yes, you're very good at conflict resolution from our business interviews episodes. Don't remember the number of that episode either. But yeah, Alexa, I know I make a lot of excuses why I don't have time to do yoga and meditate and do these things for myself. And normally it's like, hey, I got to teach more. I got to learn more about linguistics. I got to study another language. And I know my students feel the same thing. Like you never have time. And I think if you give yourself a little bit of time just to sit and meditate and listen to a funny British man say, okay, now breathe in, breathe out.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Something?
Mhm.
I don't know if you're gonna agree with me, but I do agree with that. So you don't have to meditate like the act of meditate to meditate, you know? Because sometimes the person achieves the meditation degree when this person goes to dance, goes to the gym, goes to a run, goes to whatever.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
So that's it.
Yeah, it's very funny you said, I don't know if you agree, but I agree with myself. I imagine you do agree if you're saying that. No, I definitely agree that you see athletes, like a lot of times we say runner's high, like when you're running and then all of a sudden your mind just kind of goes blank and you feel really good. Yeah, there's definitely a similar thing that happens in physical sports, physical activity.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I think you have to find something that makes you happy. And that's it. And focus on that.
Yeah. And I don't want to connect this directly to happiness, but find some space in your life that helps you recognize what is really important and then focus on that. Because I promise it doesn't matter who you are. If you're listening to this, somehow you found this podcast and you're listening to Inglês no Rádio, you probably have a million things going on in your life. And you can probably cut out almost 1 million of those things and just focus on, 5 or 10 things at a time.
Yeah, that's true.
So like I said,
Cool.
that is my life advice for today. Take it or leave it.
Okay, it was a good episode.
I'm glad you agree with me. All right, Alexia, tomorrow we'll be back with more normal stuff. So I will talk to you tomorrow.
Ciao, bye.
Bye-bye.